morning, it's John Neal here. It is Monday the 24th of November 2025, and yes, I'm going litter picking. Come on. You've probably realised I haven't been litter picking for quite a while, and yeah, it's a slight mystery to me as to why there is not so much litter up and down the street here from where I live down to Lidl on the Higham Lane here in Nuneaton, the centre of the universe. I'd like to think, and I think this is the case, I think there's some other local people picking up litter, and indeed the college have responded quite warmly this time to the idea of litter picking as a policy to get the young students over there to be more mindful of dropping litter. Not dropping litter, picking up litter. We shouldn't have to pick it up, we shouldn't drop it in the first place. First bit of litter, how far have I come? 50 yards, first bit. And it's a crushed can on the floor, look. Oh. Oh, there's a little bit here, look. In fact, if I look down the street here now, oddly enough, is this litter? It's a shoe, a trainer. What's that doing there? This bus stop here, just outside the college, usually collects quite a bit of litter. See a couple of pieces, so let me get these dealt with. Hello, you're right, I won't make too much of an issue of it, but yeah, two lads just finishing off, just about to dump his, he just finished eating what he was eating with a little bag, and so I offered to take it off and put it in the bag, which he did. And no, I'm not suggesting for a moment he was going to drop it, but there's some other lads coming here now, so I'll just carry on picking. There we have some students making their way back up to college. It's mid-morning. Have they got a mid-morning break that they've taken the time to walk down to Lidl and grab something to eat? But there's yeah, one or two of them there carrying the bakery bags, and I've said before, Lidl apparently sell 2,000 items of bakery stuff, so I'm not saying each item has a bag to itself, but there must be well over 1,000 bags coming out of that store, so every week. So it's surprising there's not a lot more litter on the floor, to be honest, but anyway, we do what we can. Well, I'm entering the donut distance here, donut bag, you see. Yeah, I'm entering the donut distance from the big shop down the bottom, Lidl. It's the distance you would travel walking and then finishing. I say donut, it gives you a bit of alliteration, doesn't it? And we all like a bit of alliteration to get us through the day. So the donut distance is down here, and yeah, you finish your bakery bit and then chuck the bag down on the floor. Not everybody, I'll say it again, not everybody. And I was really heartened, by the way, to have such a good response from the deputy principal from the college. And here is that email from Katie Reid, vice principal of the college. Dear Mr. Longcroft-Neal, thank you for getting in touch and for raising your concerns about litter in the Higham Lane area. I'm sorry that you and other residents have been left to clear this up. We take this matter very seriously. Our students are expected to behave responsibly in the community, and dropping litter is not acceptable. We will be making it clear to them that they must dispose of their rubbish properly, and reminding them that those over the age of 18 risk a fine if caught littering. In addition, staff will be reinforcing these messages across college, and we will be incorporating Hime Lane into our existing programme of community litter picks as part of our extensive list of community projects. This not only helps keep the area tidy, but also reinforces to students the importance of respecting the place where they live and study. We value our relationship with the local community and would like to thank you again for raising the issue. Please be assured that we are taking steps to address it. Kind regards, Katie. Well, isn't that good? A very positive and fairly quick response from the message I sent to them. So thank you, Katie, very much for that. Maybe that's one of the reasons that there isn't quite as much litter as there has been in the past, and that is certainly the truth. Like I say, there's a lot of kids coming and going here. There's some more coming up now, little bunch of them. Look. And they're just approaching the donut distance, so we'll see what happens. But funny enough, we refer to leaf litter, and there's one or two big trees down here, and there's quite a bit of leaf litter, but that's the litter we can manage. That's okay. That's acceptable. Oh dear. I'm definitely much too old to jump over that. I could do, of course, but I'm not going to. But look, lots of litter down here. Shame. But I can certainly have a go at this. The bag full of water. Oh yeah. Another bag. Probably picked up 10 bags this morning. Oh look, litter enforcement area, £100 fine, take your lid home with you. That, my friends, is there because I badgered the council to do something about it. To keep you up to date, and it was a long time ago, but I did ask that Lidl might have some signs on the way out of their store saying please don't litter the streets, just as you might get outside of a pub, you know, don't make a lot of noise when you leave the pub because of the neighbours. Well, don't drop litter in the streets because the neighbours don't like it. And the council made some signs for Lidl to put up, and they said they would put them up and then they wouldn't. They said because they're not Lidl signs. And the other thing that, of course, that Lidl did not do and still haven't done is to put please don't drop litter on your bakery bags. It's the one item that they constantly go going out the store, and I've rung them up numerous times over the last 3 or 4 years, say, can you do this? Can you don't drop litter on your bakery bags? And they've said, oh, thank you very much, good suggestion, we'll look into it, we'll pass it on, you know, up the management line, and it never, ever got anywhere. So I've given up on that. The other thing is, if it's £100 fine for dropping one item of litter, I've got 40 items of litter in here, so that's 40 hundreds. Is that 4,000 quid? Or is it 40,000 quid the council owe me? I'll write to them and ask for the money later. I'll let you know how I got on. Yeah, don't hold your breath on that one. By the way, you can see the litter bin behind me. Here's a classic schoolboy error. The GoPro camera that I use is just really a little square box covered with foam, and I set the tripod up to film me putting the rubbish in the bin and had it facing the wrong way. How silly. So in fact, I'll tell you now, I emptied all the rubbish into that bin behind me, which says on it, put waste in its place. Right, let's carry on. Well, you might be wondering why I do this. Let me give you the numbers game again. Let's do the maths. And that's this. Let's supposing there was 100 pieces of litter on the ground, and you drop one more piece of litter. Well, that's 1%, roughly speaking, 1% extra litter going on the ground. Now then, let's suppose there's no litter on the ground and you drop one item of litter, then you're increasing the amount of litter by 100%. So the logic is, if there is no litter, then you're more inclined not to drop it, I would suggest, than if there's a lot of litter. One more bit, don't really matter, does it? That's the theory. I'm sticking to it. You might almost wonder why I empty the bag that I've just done. Thank you. And not just dump the bag in the bin as well. Well, because I'm walking back down the road on the other side, and there might well be some litter here as well. In fact, first bit there. Here's a question for £100. What's the difference between a hedge and a litter bin? You don't know? Well, a hedge is a hedge, and it's not a litter bin, because a litter bin is a litter bin. And not everybody gets it. Look. You know, we don't live in a perfect world, but it's a little less imperfect. I nearly says it's more perfect. I don't know. That's stretching the definition a bit far. Yeah, it's a bit better than it was. So, does it make me feel a bit better? I suppose it does. I don't know. But there's another solution than me going up and down here, and here we go. Oh, what's this? Don't even know what that was. Me pontificating about litter and looking for a solution. Oh, here we go. There was an item in the news about a system in Ireland which harkens back to the time when I was a kid, when you could take pop bottles back to the shop and get a penny for each of them, which we used to do as kids. And let me hang on, there's another bit. I just can't leave them, it's no good. Now I've seen them, I'll just promise myself. just promised myself I would stop picking up and just talk. But what they'd done was put a levy on plastic bottles and aluminium cans. So they charge an extra penny, I think it is, on them, and then they have recycle centres where you can take big sacks of cans and bottles back and get money for it. And it's obviously cut down the litter a huge amount. First of all, people, I think, would collect their own litter up as they use it, and collect all their bottles and stuff and take them down the recycle machines, and also, you know, go around and pick it up, make some money doing it. Okay, so I think that's a very good idea. Why not try it out? Because, of course, you think, well, it's going to cost money, but it costs money to pick up litter. It runs into the millions of pounds, and the disruption caused, for instance, on the main road going from Nuneaton to Bedworth, they close that periodically and quite regularly to pick up litter, and it costs a lot of money to do it, a lot of disruption. So if you had another system and put that money into a better pay for recycling, pay back for recycling system, that'd be a good idea. Anyway, tell me what you think. Anyway, thanks for watching. I've done my bit. Let's go back in, have a cup of something beverage wise, and sort out all this video. Okay, thanks for watching, and you'll see me in the next one. Okay, bye bye.